So this is what we did yesterday. We made bread and butter pickles, which is was pretty fun. So I'm going to go outside and see the garden. Come on, Blue. Come. Good boy. And there he goes. And he always runs. So things are just kind of growing. I don't know. The alyssum is doing fabulous, but I'm not happy with our flower gardens this year. But this is doing good. We've got flowers and things that I planted that looked horrible. Now they're starting to come back. Some zinnias that I just transplanted. So things are growing. Just growing. Snapdragons, they're blooming, but I'm not super happy with them. But I am super happy with all of my lovely flowers. And we're getting a few pounds of cucumbers a day, but the flowers are just beautiful. And I'm just really loving them. Chick is getting big. It's morning. And more flowers, cucumbers. I'm trying something new in the greenhouse with cucumbers. So I've still got squash, and I've been fighting the vine borers, but so far I'm winning. I've got a little bit of powdery mildew, and I'll probably spray them with baking soda and water today. Harvested potatoes. Out of this bed, we ended up with about maybe 25 pounds of potatoes, which is more potatoes than we eat in a year. So that's kind of cool. And these zinnias, I've been cutting a lot out of these, and they're super beautiful. I'm loving them. My dill out here is doing really good. On the trellis, I have Blue Lake beans on that side, and on this side I have loofah, which is getting big, and of course lots of flowers. Spaghetti squash also had a vine borer, but I got it out. So we've got, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 spaghetti squash on here. There's one in there that's getting really nice and big and getting ripe. Beans are doing so good on the trellis. They do so much better on the trellis for some reason. Jalapenos are blossoming, and I'll end up with some jalapenos shortly. I'm harvesting carrots. They're not super big yet, but I am harvesting them. And we need to pick beets again and make more pickled beets. Okra. So I've been harvesting okra. I'm getting maybe a pound a day. And we don't eat it. It's like super gross, but it's okra. Sweet potatoes. Very happy with sweet potatoes. They look lush and healthy. I'm actually seriously thinking about cutting some and rerooting and starting some additional sweet potatoes. Starting to get some little bell peppers. Not a huge number yet, but at least we're starting to get them. And my shishitos are going crazy, and I need to harvest again. We did make shishito jelly, and that was kind of fun. Ginger, I'm going to move it next year. It needs to actually be in a more shady spot. It just gets too much sun here. And the horseradish, it's buggy, but it's a root, so I'm not really going to worry about it. Hollyhocks are just almost done, and you can see how they die back, which is interesting. They're a biennial. So the first year you get foliage, and the second year you get flowers. So I need to get some more planted this year. Berry patch is doing really good. We've actually gotten to eat some of our blueberries. And down here, garlic is all harvested, but I've got some squashes and pumpkins that will go there soon. I'm going to see if the baby's out here. The baby's big. Hey, chickies. Hey, chickies. Mama chick. Where's the mama? Huh? There's the mama. So that's the mama right there. And I don't know where the baby is. But, oh, there's the baby. The baby is getting quite large, and I really hope it's a hen, but it might be a rooster. We never know. But it looks like it's daddy. It's definitely got the bars like Rocky. Hopefully it's a female. Usually the females are dark like that and the males are light like Rocky. And Pete thinks it looks like Eddie, the eagle, with the way its top knot is, which would give us olive eggs, but we shall see. To me it doesn't. So, High Tunnel. So these are my black brandy wines, and I'm getting some fruit set. These are always a little bit slower, but they just are so delicious. I still have some empty beds, and I've got those giant things down there, tomatoes. So this is all tomatoes, and it's just completely loaded with tomatoes, and more setting. So lots and lots of tomatoes this year. These are the San Marzanos, and I am getting fruit. So I'm just loving the High Tunnel for tomatoes because it really makes a difference. Banana tree is huge. And we're getting cherry tomatoes. And I just harvest them and eat them, or stick them in a bowl, bring them in the house and just stick them in a bowl and we just eat them. So more and more tomatoes. Just crazy amounts of tomatoes this year. Well, every year I guess, because kind of into tomatoes. Thursday we're doing a thing at the winery, and Carol, one of the owners of the winery, is bringing in, she's going to do a big salad, and so I'm going to bring her tomatoes to put in the salad. So this is our one fig tree that Pete got going from a little cutting. So that's actually pretty cool. And then this is my cucumbers that I'm doing them here. I'm running them up a trellis, and it's definitely working. I don't have any cukes yet, but I should have some pretty soon. I've seen this done before, and they just kind of hang down. So, I don't know, they grab on pretty good, but I don't know. It's, I just have more and more tomatoes. It's kind of, I need to prop them up again because they're just too tall. So anyway, this is a kind of interesting little experiment. And then over here, I have some plants that will go in as soon as they're a little bit bigger, and then I'll plant them outside, and it's just some squashes. Because the vine borers, I really have to do succession planting on the squashes. And these are cuttings that I took, and this is for a friend that is in love with San Marzano tomatoes. And so I took some cuttings, and I'm growing some tomato plants out for him to give him once they get their house done and they're in a better position to take them. So anyway, that's about it. Things are just growing. We're harvesting every day, and loving the flowers. I think this is a cantaloupe, but the garden is real pretty, and I am really enjoying it. So that's about it. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.